Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. As I make these Exile videos, there is in fact another Let's Play that I read through sometimes, just to make sure I'm not missing anything good. And it has come to my attention that I have indeed missed a nifty thing to the north here. The Let's Play that I'm talking about can be found on lparchive.org if you are interested in that sort of thing. Let's see here. Ha! So some of these little islands off the coast can be walked to. Including this one that is quite a ways off. Had I not gone back and read through Barry John's Let's Play again, I wouldn't have caught this at all until much later in the game. You manage to cross a narrow ford and reach a distant island. On its highest point, you find a small, weathered shrine, ancient and crumbling. It looks like nobody has been here for many years, so you search the place carefully. Indeed, in a small compartment at the base of the altar, you find a small, wickedly sharp knife. You pocket the knife. Unusually, you receive no horrible magical retribution for your temple robbing. You leave the shrine, still having no idea who created it, to who, or why. Cool. So then, who picked up the knife? Connie got the knife. Pearl must be at max inventory weight or close to it. I'm going to give this to Steven and actually have him equip it, because I already know in advance the knife is not cursed. It's actually pretty decent. Weapon 1 is not identified, so I don't know how good it is just yet. Now carefully make my way back to the mainland, and back to our regularly scheduled exploration of the unmapped part of Krizan province. And here we are back in far southwest Valorum. You reach the very southwest corner of the continent of Valorum, and have a perfect view of the ocean, stretching out far, far beyond view to the south and west. You walk out onto the sand, and feel the salt spray dotting your face. After years in the caves, you had forgotten that something so awe-inspiringly vast could exist. Staring out over this huge distance gives you a feeling of both wonder and vertigo. Soon, however, it passes, and it's time to journey on. It looks like we are surprisingly close to some civilization here. The town of Delis. I think we've been told about this place. Now, is it Delis or Delis? One of those. Oh, look, cows. And not cave cows either. Regular, healthy cows. This is a cow, a bovine provider of sustenance for a hungry and struggling world. It looks up at you with tired, sad eyes, and gives you a long, world-weary look. You feel it is trying to say, "What? I'm a cow!" Moo, 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 moo. Moo, moo. Ooh. And of course the game itself has much better cow sound effects than I can make. What an odd gathering of trees. And here it looks like the programmer was a little bit too lazy to put in a proper coastline tile set. Not that I care that much. Docks going to nowhere. Random townsperson. actually has something to say to me, apparently. You meet a grizzled sailor, complete with tattoos, scars, and earrings. What business is it of yours? The sailor spits and utters several very uncouth words. I'm waiting for a berth. Yeah, with all the monsters, ain't many ships going around. Pretty stupid if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, the only place no monsters is going is out on the water. Best place to be. This short speech is punctuated with several inappropriate words, which have been omitted. Okay. You know, he does have a point. Hello, tavern with people in it. Pretty sure that sailor's going to tell me the exact same things. A priest with a large sword sits at the bar, drinking untoward amounts of grog. She turns as you approach, and you readily see the booze hasn't affected her in the slightest. I'm Glidden. I'm captain here. I'm the captain in Delis. She eyes you carefully. Been here for 5 years, since I served in the Exile campaign. This is the big seaport for stuff being shipped to and from the north. Sometimes I think there's more than just shipping going on. She shakes her head. Not my job. Don't know nothing about it. Ask about the Exile campaign. It was a long, bloody business. I got nothing against the worms. It's nothing personal. Worms are what the Empire troops called the Exiles. But I'll gut any one of them who messes with my boys. She watches you carefully as she says this. No doubt she suspects you're Exiles, if she isn't sure already. The Nephil in the party may not be helping with that. The innkeeper is very warty. He doesn't look like he enjoys his job, and he certainly isn't impressed with you. I'm Carol. What do you want? Well, I got the captain's room open for 5 gold. I got grog for 3 gold for a round. You're just lucky I'm serving landlubbers. This has been a town that lives by shipping, but with all the monsters, no boats are going anywhere. So we gotta serve people who don't make as honest livings. He spits on the floor, but we don't have to like it. Like on the sea, duh! You know, the slimes, roaches, all that? Where you been, Exile? Yeah, funny about that. I thought as much. Just don't cause trouble. The harsh liquor burns your throats, and Carol chuckles mockingly. When you're done, he collects your mugs and whispers, "Got a secret for you. Only 10 gold. Is that so? He pockets your cash and leans close to you, giving you an excellent view of his warts. To the north is Perges. They do mining there. Look around. I hear you can get weapons cheap at one of the mines. Ah, dang, we already knew that. Locked door. I could steal 1 entire food from the inn. I think I will not do that. I am curious if mug and plate have any descriptive things. This is a plate, something a rough and ready, devil-may-care adventurer such as yourself probably doesn't get to use too much. You can eat food off it. This is a ceramic mug, very useful should you find a nice beverage. What do you know, they do. Ember flowers, a boon to the forces of good. These flowers almost seem to glow with the brightness of their petals. They contain much beneficial energy. Ah, I like the description on boots. This is a pair of leather boots. They, like basically every other article of clothing or armor in Exile 3, are one size fits all. How convenient! Anyway, let's put that stuff back. And see if I can get into here. This door defies me. This door is slightly more cooperative. Ah, slimes. No slimes here. Even more locked doors. Delis, what do you have to hide from me? This house has been abandoned for some time. Dust covers every surface, and there are spider webs everywhere. Odd. The webs are a bit thicker than you might have expected. Well, that almost certainly means there's a hostile giant spider around here somewhere. Hello? Yep, giant spider. It's hostile. Okay. Steven's new knife does seem to have a pretty good hit chance. Since this house has been abandoned, I'm going to go ahead and say I can take this gold. And maybe the short sword too. You didn't see anything. And no nasties hiding in here. That's right, I'm just your friendly neighborhood extermination service. That's why I'm poking my nose into every single building. Meats of many lands. With our standard issue provisioner. Prices are pretty cheap, and I can buy exotic meats here. How exciting. I guess a bustling seaport town is a pretty good place to find food from many different lands. Sailor's flops, 1 silver per week. Pay claw. You are a generic sailor. You are not a generic sailor, you are a Nephilim. There is a Nephil with all the markings and necklaces of a shaman sitting at the desk. It's writing with a quill pen, held awkwardly in its right hand. Its left hand is just a stump. It looks up at you with inscrutable feline eyes. Mrrr. I am called Claw. It makes a low rumbling sound deep in its throat. I run this flop. I was a sailor. I am not welcome with my people. It makes a brief, angry hissing noise as it says this. I went to the sea, where a shark surprised me. He holds up his stump. Now I run this flop, and look after my fellows. His speech is unusually good for a Nephil. There are only rooms for sailors. It scrapes idly at the desktop with its claw. Sailors are my fellows now, sailors of all types. It makes an annoyed hissing noise. You ask too much, human land person. Okay. I think he's supposed to be slightly implying there that some of the sailors are honest, some might be a little more piratey. Town barracks. And this looks a little more interesting. Oh, look, it's a Mary. And instead of tools, this one sells potions. Interesting. Now then, there's this little square on the map, which I can't get to, or can I? Oh good, it's just a zappy portal and not a force barrier. Aha! Paulo wasn't lying. You look where he told you and find a small package under a flagstone. The address label has been torn off, but it's the right shape and size. Curse those magical traps! When you pick up the pouch, a loud shriek echoes through the town. Worse, you hear an ominous click from the secret door you came through. Nearby guards emit bloodthirsty shouts. Whoa. But this door is unlocked now. All the better for me to flee through. Yeah, the town's gone hostile now. Ugh. Can I get out of here without anyone dying? Yes! Just cure that disease a bit. And walk away like we never did anything wrong. Something bizarre happens. A band of Empire soldiers approach you. The paleness of your skin immediately marks you as odd. Yet when they get close to you, they look you over and then walk away without a word. They looked rather relieved. Something I haven't really talked about yet is there are some very small effects to having Nephil or Slith characters in your party, beyond just the racial bonuses they get. So, once in a great while, you will find a special encounter that gives you somewhat different dialogue if you have a Nephil and or Slith in the party. One of those is that certain encounters with Empire soldiers will have those soldiers get very confused and upset by seeing a giant lizard man walking with a bunch of humans. And they will attack, and I have to kill them, and I don't like doing that. So that is part of why I did not include a Slith in my party this time around. What was the word I need to ask you about? Herbs, okay. Here's your drugs, sir. I mean, herbs. You present Paulo's herbs to him. Did you have any trouble? You tell him what happened. Oh, too bad. Well, your reward is well earned. He pulls out a small prayer book and explains how to cast Summon Spirit and Charm Foe. If you forget how to cast them, come back and I'll teach you again. Very cool. And since I'm here anyway, I will take a room at the inn. She takes your gold and gives you a key. Second door on the right. Sweet dreams. Yay, fully rested. And not that I have to because Pearl is not a spellcaster. But I don't like seeing extra status effects when I don't have to. Lousy spellcasting slimes. Can't do anything with those little islands. What do we have here? You have stumbled into the middle of a large fight. A large group of brightly colored slimes has surrounded a small Empire patrol and is rapidly closing in for the kill. You can slip away quietly, or you can help out. Attack! With a joyous howl, you rush into the combat, fighting alongside the Empire troops. The slimes are unconcerned. All they know is that more food has just moved near them. Oh, excellent. No mauve slimes this time. I think I like Stephen's new knife. Well, that was quick. The Empire troops are amazed, both that their lives were saved and that they were saved by exiles. The captain says, "Thank you, friends. We're from out of Delis. If you go there and tell Glidden what happened, she'll be sure to reward you." Maybe I should give her a little more time to not be annoyed about the whole package theft thing. Why are there gremlins here? Oh good, monsters fled. And yet the slimes do not. Aha, here's Delan. I, for some reason, thought it was in a different spot. Nope, Delis, Delan. Okay then. I will get to Delan in a moment. I just want to get rid of these pesky blank spots on the map. Yeah, just general directional sign. Hello, this looks new. Ah, that is a dungeon marker. You work your way down into a high-ceilinged, foul-smelling cavern. There are bits of bone and fur all over the place. This isn't a place a normal person would choose to spend much time in. But we're not normal, we're adventurers. Guhkbar lives here. Keep out or be eated. Okay. You peer through the wrought iron bars and see a low, smoky cavern. In the distance, you hear the grunting and growls of unidentified beasts, and a host of other unnerving voices. The portcullis is unusually large. It would easily fit a being much bigger than yourselves. Unsettling. You see a tiny glimmering light floating in the corner. As you move closer to it, it starts to float towards you. It looks like a tiny glowing person. What do you do? The tiny sprite flies a few inches from your face. She looks very upset. It says in a shrill, piping voice, "Yay! Big heroes have come to rescue us! My mistress Illyri has been captured by the bad giant Guhkbar, but you can save her! I know you can! There's a secret way in. Guhkbar sleeps just north of his gate. Stay away from him. He's mean. Illyri is in a cell way to the north. Sneak around Guhkbar's cave and you'll be fine and can rescue her. Yay!" The sprite flies through a wall to the west. Okay then. Oh no, it's bats. Bats are only one of the weakest enemy types. Yeah, level 2, health 10. The only problem with bats is sometimes there's a lot of them. And apparently they have a pretty high dodge chance. really don't want to be killed by bats. Maybe I need to get Peridot Fireball one of these days. That should help her catch up with experience. I don't care who kills you, just die. Oh no, more of them. Sometimes I do remember that Stephen has one good offensive spell. A slime! How delightful. Cave slime, in its natural habitat, a cave. And now in the natural state of dead. Grey mold! This early in the game. Sure. And that's a giant. Giant chief oh my, he might be a little too strong for me. That's a lot of health. Also throws big rocks. Well, he only has one attack. Ow! And he can't follow me back here. Yeah. Let me just save my game and see what I can do with him. Oof, that was a big hit. Okay, what can we do? I can slow him. Peridot, do you have anything useful? Sorta. This might be a slog. Could potentially cast Sleep Cloud on him, but that'd probably get one of my fighters. Can also try webbing him a little bit. Poison might be effective. if I web him into oblivion, then he can't attack me. Maybe I should curse you again. Ha ha! Took him out. Excellent. And I get some loot. Bow only weighs 1. Interesting. You reach a large cell door next to a small window. Through the window you see a smelly, dank cell. The door has a huge, impressive-looking lock. We also see a dryad. The woman lying back on this pile of filthy furs has pale green skin, silvery hair, and impossibly elegant features. She must be one of those legendary creatures, the dryads. She looks pale and ill, however, and stares blankly at the ceiling. She turns her head weakly to you. "I am Illyri," she croaks. She coughs. "I have been taken from my forest. Soon I will be beyond help. We dryads must be out in the woods to survive. If I stay in this pit long, I will die. I am doomed if you do not help me. The giant Guhkbar keeps me here. I could slip away, but this door has a magic lock." Good news, Guhkbar's dead. Her eyes flash red. It's an eerie sight. "He is an ancient giant, my long-time enemy. He surprised me and carried me off. I would curse him mightily if I could be helped from this cell." "I saw some things when I was carried in. Guhkbar has a key in the box right by his sleeping pad. It's in his lair, the cave that has a statue outside it. To get there, you would have to slip past Guhkbar." She has a coughing fit, which racks her delicate body. "I have some power left. I have a charm which could help you get the key." She makes a rough motion with her hand. She's just cast a spell on you. "There. If you don't go too near Guhkbar, you can slip by him into his cave. Beware, he is crafty. Avoid diversions. The charm will not last long. Get the key and return. Keep your distance from the giant, so it doesn't see you. Don't go astray. Otherwise, you may fall afoul of the traps he has placed on his treasure. If you free me, his treasure will be yours. Now go!" Well, probably what she just did is, she just cast a stealth spell on us. So if Guhkbar was still alive, we could move around the edges of his cave and he would not notice us. But it's a little late for that now. So I will do my usual strategy of explore all the space. Oh hey, Guhkbar has pets. And you'll notice the wolves haven't noticed me so far. Even when I walk almost right next to them. nothing down in there. Guhkbar's sleeping area contains a stick and a bottle. And a chest. You inspect the giant's large, dented metal chest. It doesn't have a padlock, just a large latch. The giant probably isn't smart enough to make a trap. You hope. Yeah, I'm gonna save my game before I try that. You poke through the chest. It contains stinky furs, bits of bone, and other useless things. There's also a big rusty key. Yoink. Giant's key. You found this rusty iron key in the lair of the giant Guhkbar. It smells funny. You open the chest. When you do, a loud alarm starts to ring. What an unfortunate magical trap. So we've got stone club, a mace, couple of potions, gems, and helm. Lots of gold, fair bit of food, and some rocks. Giants do enjoy their throwing rocks. Hi. Goodness, Pearl needs some healing. I wonder, do bones say anything different than skull? They weigh more. These are the mortal remains of someone who was once alive but is now dead. Might make an interesting conversation piece. Nope, same description. So since I described an alchemical ingredient earlier, holly. This thorny green plant with the red berries is renowned for its usefulness in druidic rituals and alchemy. It is highly poisonous, and yet, in small quantities and properly treated, can make curing potions as well. It is also very festive. Aha! There is some stuff back here, apparently. Is it good stuff? Rocks and a stick. And garbage. Huzzah. One of these rocks is a little heavier than the rest. I'll take it. When the door swings open, Illyri suddenly springs to life. She leaps delicately to her feet and swirls out past you. Her face is twisted in anger, and sparks fly from her hair. You gladly jump out of her way. Before long, you hear a roar to the south, an explosion, and the shriek of twisting metal. Then there is silence. The Dryad left without bothering to reward or even thank you. Such fickleness is the norm for fairy creatures, but it's disappointing nonetheless. And, of course, there is nothing of interest in the cell. But now the main gate is open. Guhkbar is dead. This region is now somewhat safer for humans and fairies alike. So I just noticed something. Apparently, every now and then, my magic or item lore will kick in after I pick something up. It has identified the Airy Stone. The Airy Stone does not have a particularly different description. It is worth quite a bit of money. And for being named an Airy Stone, it's got a ridiculous amount of weight on it. I think maybe someone tried to program in an extra light item and got something wrong. And so Connie is wildly over her carry limit at the moment. She's a strong girl, it's fine. Today's adventure will be finishing out this region of Krizan and exploring the town of Delan. The town of Delan. Should I leave those perimeter checks in, or only include them when there's something interesting? I know some of you would be Horse! I know some of you would be happy to watch me do basically anything in this game. But I don't want to make things too boring. Horse! Horse doesn't actually count as something that I can talk to. It is neither friendly nor hostile. They are not my horses. Wandering monk. You meet a quiet young woman in loose, flowing black clothes. She moves silently through the town, seemingly looking for someone. She turns to you. I do not say my name, except to those who fully have my trust. That is a teaching of the wise man I seek. I seek a teacher. I know not his name. Nobody does. He is said to have great wisdom and great knowledge. She sighs sadly. He is also difficult to find. I have heard he travels between Krizan and Delan, and sometimes goes to other towns around here as well. I do so wish I could locate him. Alas, I am lacking in wisdom. He is a wizard, but his magical arts are second to the power of his mind. He says things that at first seem to make no sense, but then provide learning later on. Is that not wondrous? Her eyes flash with excitement. If only I could locate him. I am tempted to ask if you have seen him, but I shall not. He has said the goal is lost when the goal is achieved. Okay, that's another person talking about the wizard we met in Krizan, who wants 250 gold worth of true devotion or whatever. Feed store. For feeding adventurers. Ooh. Not just traveling rations, but gourmet rations, and even steak. Traveling rations is lots of food for not a lot of gold. I know where I want to do my food shopping for now. Sheep. Just wandering about. The sign depicts a bow and arrows. Finally, a place to get ammo refills for amethyst. And also peridot, maybe. You meet the town Fletcher, who sits at a counter covered with feathers, thin wood shafts, broken arrows, and other items of the trade. You get a vacant look. You know, I've been working so hard at fletching for so long, I'm not sure I remember. An awkward smile. Sorry. The town Fletcher is yet another cut-and-paste character. I forget a lot of things, but I never forget that. I have missiles for sale. It's my life's work. We can buy darts, throwing knives, arrows, javelins, cavewood bow, iron darts, and throwing daggers. Actually, more stuff here for throwing weapons than for archery. Can I talk to you? Nope, usually cannot talk with the random townsman. Delan's clothery. The town tailor sits at a wide table, pins in her mouth, hemming a long dress. That is an interesting choice of character icon and portrait for a female tailor. Okay. She says something, but the pins in her mouth keep you from understanding. She starts saying something about what she does and what she has for sale, but the pins in her mouth make her very hard to understand. You do make out the word sale. Being a tailor, she sells pants, Pants, shirt, and shirt. I'm good, thanks. This looks like the residential district. Ding dong, Adventurer Extermination Service. You have just broken into someone's house. Much to your relief, no alarms sound, and nobody attacks you. This is not something you should count on in other towns, however. Nah, man, I know how these adventure games work. Congratulations, your house is free of slimes and other pests. More docks to nowhere. This looks like an inn hallway. And it is. I can talk to the archer. You meet a seedy-looking archer from the Empire Army. He's low on arrows, has dirty armor, and is clearly on one of his later glasses of mead. He scoots over to make room for you as you approach. My pals call me Feral. You aren't surprised. Well, I'm waiting here for my unit to get me, so we can go hunting for slimes. I'm really looking forward to it. He rolls his eyes. I got a lot out of my last patrol, but I don't want to try to repeat the experience. Yeah, the last time I was on patrol, we found a bunch of escaped horses. We split them up among us, and then I won a few playing cards. It was great. Horses are really rare now. The slimes love to eat them. As horribly dangerous, violent, pointless work goes, it's above average. Okay. About those horses. He grins. Horses are really valuable these days. If you're interested, though, you might be able to obtain some. He grins. Well, I need those old chargers a lot, but not so much I couldn't spare them for a band of adventurers. They're only 1,000 gold. A bit steep, but there's a shortage at the moment. Let me know when you'd like to make the purchase. Well, not today. Ah, his unit. They're days late. They may have gotten eaten by slimes. Be a shame. He takes a swig of mead. Good stuff, this. He burps. Well, potentially a shame about your squad mates. At the sight of your well-traveled band, the innkeeper starts getting bottles of mead ready. Nobody else in the bar gives you much notice. I'm Churden. You folks look thirsty. Well, our main business here is thirst management. We make the finest mead in Krizan. You can also get a room if you want. Only 5 gold. A round of mead for your band is only 2 gold, and believe me, it'll get you where you're going. Just ask for a drink when you're ready. Of course, you should be careful. Some folks have been sorta affected by the stuff. Some of my more, frequent customers said they saw a sprite north of town. What a bunch of goofs. Fairy creature. Hasn't been one of them around here for years and years and years. Thank goodness. I mean, to be fair, fairies aren't always, sweet, cuddly little creatures. There's plenty of myths of the fae being tricksters or outright dangerous to humankind. Illyri's sprite seemed nice, though. Aha! Mead is a wine-like drink made from honey. Their mead is indeed excellent. When you're through, the innkeeper says, "By the way, want some advice?" People in the small towns keep to themselves. Most of them won't want to talk to you. The programmer doesn't want to write all of that dialogue. Always be sure to talk to the innkeepers, though. They'll know what's going on. Noted, good sir. This hotel room looks like it has been lived in for some time. Robes hang neatly on the wall, knickknacks cover the dresser, and the bed is unmade. Whoever stays here is not in at the moment, though. that's left is pretty much the town square, which is largely empty. Delan probably could have fit on a smaller map. Not that I'm complaining too much. Before I go further, maybe I should go see if Delis has forgiven me yet. Or Delis, however I decided that should be pronounced. Hi guys, are you going to attack me on sight? Ah, nuts. Maybe I'll try that another time. I'm sure the reward from Glidden wasn't all that spectacular. So here hooks up with the road and known territory. The crops around here are mostly lost, dead plants in neat rows. Long trails of land have been rendered lifeless, probably by the slimes that are wandering everywhere. After some hiking, you come across a farmhouse. It's abandoned. Some slimes have been inside it. The floors are pitted and ruined. Someone has painted a simple, grim message on the front door. Gone to Krizan. No point out here anymore. You turn away, leaving this somber sight behind. And this is why. Lousy slimes and bandits. A lot of swamp here. Swamp and other icky things. You come upon a bunch of shacks at the edge of the swamp. The people here are swamp dwellers, burly, tough, and naturals out in the bayou. They couldn't care less that you're from Exile. They welcome you in for pots of snake stew and to trade tall tales. They tell you they're basically snake hunters. They hunt giant snakes for their meat, skin, and venom. They mention that if you go south, wander around, and are really lucky, some snakes might attack you. They make this sound like a good thing. Okay then. As you trudge through the swamp, you stumble upon a nest of giant snakes. Prey must be scarce around here. They slither out to do battle with you. Serpents and asps. So the asp is a more poisonous variant of the serpent. And the asp does indeed drop a set of asp fangs. Hit the wrong button and lost my map for a sec there. Also, I'm amused that this area is marked as the Merc Swamp. Oh boy, more snakes. Okay, Connie is very poisoned. Let's take advantage of the fact that Connie also has a few spell points and priest spells. Yuck. Maybe I should go take that in room back in Delan. you go to your room. It's surprisingly cozy. Yay. Okay, back to the explorations. A band of brigands guards this narrow bit of hills between the mountains and the shore. When they see you, they immediately move to guard the path. As you get closer, you notice something very odd. The brigands have several of the brightly colored slimes writhing and sliding among their feet. However, the slimes don't attack them. In fact, the bandits and slimes seem to be traveling together. Also, there seems to be a large hill in the way of everything. That'll teach you. Well, hello there. That tower could not be accessed from this side. Another bandit encounter. And a slimy peninsula. I think this mysterious tower bears some investigating. Agate Tower. I can't go past there without leaving. This old, slightly crumbling fort has a multitude of small, polished agates set into the outer walls. It would be quite lovely and welcoming, were it not for the skull set on the ramparts and the tiny globs of brightly colored slime everywhere. I think I should read the other sign first. Beware! This is the domain of Jordan the Archmage! Those entering unwelcome will be trapped inside and fed to the slimes. Oh, well, I am just quaking in my boots for that. What shall we find farther into this mysterious tower? Find out next time, and have a good one, everybody.